What's up, YouTube? This is your big brother, King Jabez, back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at the King Jabez. And for those who want to talk to me one-on-one, I do offer consultations. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Let's do some work. Today's video is entitled, Chosen Ones Build Empires with the Bricks they threw at you. Very strong message today about the chosen man, the chosen woman's ability to take the very material, the substance, the plots, the schemes, the attacks against us, and to become better from that. We are able to take a bad situation and make it something powerful. We can take a time of misery and make it a very powerful song that reaches millions of people. We can take a bad life experience and create a book that inspires and leads hundreds, in some cases thousands of people. We are people who are able to take everything that comes our way. And that's because you have a divine force, a divine power, the Most High. His energy is in you. His life is in you. And this gives you the ability to face almost anything. That has been my life experience. I believe some of you will be in tears if you know what I've experienced in my life. From the time I was 17 years of age in Chicago until now, I've had my share of ups and downs. But what I have learned to do is to never allow any person, any experience, any failure, or success for that matter, define me. I'm not defined by a title. I don't need a title to get respect. I'm not defined by a piece of paper from a school called a degree. You know I have those, but I have them right over there in a box, which unfortunately tells what I think about them. they're over there in a box on the ground because they don't define me. Oh, y'all thought I was just capping. I got them on the ground right there. I went and got them real quick. I ain't tell you what school, because it don't matter. Because I'm not affiliated with them anymore, fortunately. 1, 2, for 30 in garbage can. No, I'm just playing with y'all. I ain't for do all that. But my whole point is this: they're on the ground with dust on them. Bastards and the masters. They don't define me. Who I am makes me who I am. That's my point in doing all. That's my point of this demonstration. A school doesn't define me. The city I came from doesn't define me. And the same for you. You are who you are in spite of the city you came from. You are who you are in spite of what you went through. In fact, your city made you strong. The adversity you faced in Chicago, in LA, in, I don't know, Georgia, down in the South, over on the East Coast, New York City, wherever you're from, right? You could be all the way up in Montana. I've talked to people from Montana, other countries, UK, various African countries to follow my content. Wherever you are, that doesn't define you. You know what defines you? The decisions you make. That's who you are. The words that come out of your mouth. How you carry yourself each day. Those are the very bricks you need to build an empire. So let's talk about some bricks that you can build with. I'm not giving it in particular order. I'm just talking from the hip. Character. That is a brick that no one can take from you. No matter what they say about you, how they try to gossip or talk about you, your character is who you are when no one's watching you. Now let's tap in today. Your character, that's who you are when you're not being watched. See, I don't have to be watched to read. I don't have to be watched to go to the gym. I don't have to be watched to pray, to meditate, do whatever I do. That's who I am. It's my character. You see what I'm saying? And who you are should be that, not just for audience. Not just to impress people that, honestly, in many cases, don't even care about us no way. That's just the sad reality. Character such as showing compassion, having wisdom, helping people, being a hard worker, being consistent, being on time. That's a character thing. When a person can consistently get up, that's a big part about it. Showing up on time with the right energy. That is your character. And then we won't get into a long message about that, but you get my point. Various bricks you can use to build your character, your conversation, the way you conduct yourself each day. And through that, your influence, which is basically converting other people to a better way of life. That's what we're trying to do, right? But in this video, we're talking about enemies. bricks people throw at us. There are people who are, who King David referred to as lurkers. Lying in wait is the language he uses. Some ancient Hebrew language. Lying in wait, lurking to hurt you. Understand that people, and you see them lurking on your page, lurking on your account. You know what I mean? People from your hometown that don't even support you. They know who you are. You got cousins, relatives. You seen the video online. You know, people tell little baby happy birthday, but won't say happy birthday to their own cousin. That's crazy. That ain't crazy to you? But people do that. They will literally get themselves online and say happy birthday to little baby or to whoever, sexy red, who don't know them, who don't care about them. Tell them happy birthday. Happy birthday, sexy. And won't you say happy birthday to your own cousin? Your auntie? You don't think that's weird? You feel me? But people, man, people do it all the time. Because they worship these people like they're a god. So they will celebrate their gods, their idols. That's what it is. It's become basically an idol in your spirit. Right? An idol is something that can't talk, doesn't have feet. I was just reading it just in the Old Testament. That's exactly what it is. You make this person an idol in your spirit. And you idolize them. And an idol was something, you know, in ancient times, they would look to an idol for inspiration, right? They'll look to an idol to give them guidance. If I can go bow down, I'm being serious, before this statue, this a 4-footed beast, whether it was an owl or a lion or whatever, and they would bow down before these images. This is real. This is history. You can study this in history. And they put all of this energy into an idol, an object that had feet that couldn't move, a mouth that could not talk, eyes that could not see, ears could. It's something that's not alive. It's not a real being, right? It didn't possess the characteristics of life, such as personality, intelligence, being able to move around, walk, talk, see. You get my point. And I know these people obviously are human, and we can see them. And truthfully, there's nothing wrong with getting some inspiration from them. I'm definitely not saying that. There's nothing wrong with that. Get something from this good. For example, someone like Kobe Bryant, for example, waking up at 4 a.m. consistently every day to go practice basketball. A person can see that and be inspired to get up every day and work on their business. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm not saying these people don't have anything to offer. That's great. If they can inspire you to do better, and I've been inspired to about some known people, by the way. I know who's famous, as you do. I have a phone like you do. And there are certain things they do. Words come out of their mouth. They are inspirational. They can give me some guidance and give me some help. Nothing wrong with that. We're not condemning that. What we are condemning is borderline worshiping someone. That's what we got to come against. We don't worship anybody besides God. Be inspired, be motivated, but we don't worship anybody besides God. Other brick people throw at us is those words: gossip, slander, lies, talking about you, trying to change how other people see you. That's what it's really all about. All of that is designed to change how others see you. If they can discern that people respect you. I've even seen people do this. I've seen people watching my influence and feel some type of way. Like watching me, for example. This is just a small example of this. At the gym. I go to the gym every day, for those who know me. And, people there who notice that. They start commenting, saying, man, I see the games, man, I'm inspired, or whatever. And, this guy yesterday, he asked me for some advice. This is just an example. And so I was about to leave. I had my bag, I had my tripod, I like to record in there, record my videos, put it on my fitness account. Go follow that too, by the way. Shameless plug. I'm trying to build that slowly. Got about 60 followers. So that one's from the ground up. But I post content over there showing my fitness journey, right? And I was going to leave, basically. And he asked me, man, for how do you work on your biceps? And so I took my time. I put my stuff back down, my tripod, my bag. I walked over there, went on my way, and showed him how to do, like cable curls, show them how to do the hammer curls, various bicep workouts, and kind of gave them a little advice in terms of diet, what to eat, how to put on some mass. We talked about eggs and the protein, oatmeal, kind of give them some game, briefly. And I saw this guy sit back, like kind of low key hating, watching me the whole time. I talked to this guy, watching me show him, and you can just feel the energy of this vibe of who do you think you are? You see what I'm saying? And the reason I say that, not that I don't care, honestly, but I say that because you go through the same thing. Whenever you got influence, you're trying to do something right, I bet you there's somebody watching your influence. Feels the type of way. That's a brick. That energy is there to make you kind of doubt yourself, like, oh man, am I qualified? Yeah, I am. You know what I mean? And so you have to have that confidence, because as you grow, as you're building, you're going to have people, as I said earlier, lying in wait, lurking, sitting back watching you, judging, sitting back watching you with that hate in their spirit, sitting back watching with that animosity, right? And that can be something that can be dangerous if you're not wise. So building an empire, it takes time. You're going to have different seasons of adversity as well as prosperity. When life is working out the way you want it to, versus times when it's not. And all of that would help you to build something that you can be proud of, a legacy. So along the way, there will be people there who are positioned to be destiny helpers, people who are destined to help you get to the next level through networking, the work you're going to be doing, discovering your talents, being able to use those gifts. And then there will be people who are there sometimes as enemies. And enemies are necessary, because sometimes these are the very people needed to help push you to the next level. Sometimes the hate indirectly makes you greater. Sometimes the hate makes you step your game up. When people begin to criticize and to judge what you're doing, that can sometimes be necessary to help you sharpen your gifts. And I believe to build our empires, we have to do multiple things well. We live in the year 2025, right? 2025. With about 4 or 5 months left. It's a new world. And in this new world that you and I both live in, the space we occupy called Earth, we have to do multiple things well in this day and age. So we can't afford to let people put us in a box. If you want to be an artist as well as a business person, as well as a person that does hair or business, tattoos, works a 9 to 5, does this part-time, works an entrepreneurship full-time, part-time job, you got to figure out however you can. And you can't let anybody do this for you. Everyone's life isn't the same. Some people will do well full-time entrepreneurship. Some people do well working a full-time job and doing entrepreneurship on the side. Others do well with entrepreneurship and a part-time job. Some could do both full-time. Some may put 40 hours to 30 hours. We all are different. So in order to build this empire, you have to figure out what works for you. And you can't always gauge your life based on what you see on social media. Social media is not always what it is. You have to figure out what works for you. When you want to work, what time you want to go to school, your gym. That's your life. And that's a part of building. And each day of purpose like that is helping you build something you can be proud of. I mean, if you're consistently doing that, working your job, working on your business, working on your body, developing your mind, meditation, prayer, your diet, repeat, and you're doing that consistently for 1 week, 4 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, half a year, 1 full year, you're going to make some progress. So the empire is built step by step. We're not here, anybody follows my content, Big Bro don't do fantasy. We do real talks over here. Building is work, just like bodybuilding. I went from body weight of 195 to 210. That didn't happen overnight. That came from me just building day by day for the last almost 6 months straight, just working, buying programs online. I did Big Bro had to do some investment. You got to invest in yourself. Buying programs, getting a strategic plan, not going to the gym just winging it. Buying various books on the spiritual community. If I'm teaching this stuff, learning my mind, developing my mind. I got to step my game up. I got all you guys following me. I want to give you fresh material. I just bought 3 or 4 books just a few days ago and read them right now. I've been reading all morning. I'm constantly racking my brain trying to get new ideas. Learn, and not just to give content, but for myself, to be honest, just to know what's really going on out here. So I challenge you guys to do the same thing I'm doing. Do a little bit of everything. Figure it out. Don't let anybody put you in. Stop letting people put you in a box. And stop letting your family make you feel bad because you want to be somebody. If they're okay with just having a mediocre lifestyle, not really driven, don't really have any real goals, not trying to do anything, that's their decision. But if you want to be great, you have to sometimes make decisions to move away from them. In conclusion, chosen ones, you are about to build an empire with the bricks they threw at you. This open door for massive success. That's what you want. So, a few tips in closing to do that. Meditate each day. Align your thoughts. Keep various journals where you write down your ideas, plans, your thoughts. Get organized. Have a schedule. Have a set time to do what you need to do. Time it, and we move on to the next task. Keep yourself progressing. Basically stay on yourself. Keep that discipline. And you will manifest your goals. Keep God first. First and foremost. Pray. Read the word. But with your praying, reading the word, you got to also have some action. You got to do some work. So it's the spiritual as well as the practical. It's everything. It all matters. And when you're aligned like that, when you are tapped in, when you are awakened, had your awakening on that type of level, that type of time, consistently, sky's the limit. You're going to see doors open. You're going to be blessed. You're going to have fortune. You will be a person that can inspire and lead others. You will become a leader amongst men, a leader amongst women. You will become someone others can look to for guidance, inspiration. And that's a beautiful thing. So, ladies, men, that's what I have for you all today. Thanks for listening. This is your big bro, King Jabez. God bless.